Fully faired superbikes remain the ultimate performance motorcycles designed to display unimaginable acceleration and speed. However, it is their stripped-down versions, so-called Supernakeds, that lately steal all the media limelight. After all, no one can remain impartial when seeing such beautiful machines with exposed muscular engines. Today we'll be exploring all new models within this class that have come to fight on streets and highways in 2020. Subscribe to Automotive Territory channel and ring the bell to always stay informed about the latest motorcycle debuts. Enjoy the ride! KTM 1290 Super Duke R. While we all thought that KTM Supernakeds cannot get any more bunkers, the rising competition in the segment forced the Austrian brand to step up once again and deliver the third generation of the flagship. The craziest 1290 Super Duke R ever gets refreshed muscular design with a sculpted steel tank, 5-spoke alloy wheels, and LED lights front and rear. The Snakehead rides on an all-new chassis and has composite subframe, which resulted in a 4 pounds weight reduction. The 75-degree 1301cc LC8 V12 engine was reworked as well. The new specs include 180 horses and 103 pound-feet of torque. The list of the upgrades would seem endless, so let's mention only the top ones. 48mm WP Apex fork and Apex shock with a revised linkage setup, 2-channel Bosch 9.1 MP ABS with cornering ABS, IMU and disengageable supermoto mode, plus a revised TFT dashboard. Kawasaki Z H2. Anyone who's familiar with the class of superbikes should be well acquainted with the H2 family that consists of some of the world's most powerful and fastest motorcycles. In 2020, the H2 strips down to become the company's new naked flagship. It is worth noting, though, that the changes are not limited to taking off the fairing. The newcomer is built on a model-specific high-tensile steel trellis frame and a double-sided swing arm. The Z H2 follows a new aggressive Tsugami design language, which, as the manufacturer puts it, is the embodiment of the spirit of the predator on the hunt. The new Z features the tried and tested 998cc 4-cylinder liquid-cooled supercharged mill that could be found on the entry-level Hypersports. It is rated at 200 horsepower and 101 pound-feet of torque. The rest of the package is as impressive: Showa suspension, Brembo brakes, new color TFT display, and Kawasaki Radiology app support. Suzuki KATANA. Backed by popular demand, the iconic KATANA is returning to the stables of Suzuki as the razor-sharp semi-naked sports tool. Based on the GSX S1000F, this bike looks nothing like its standard sibling, being based on the conceptual design by the Italian Frescola design studio. The resulting creation is a successful hybrid of vintage looks and modern upgrades, which ensure unparalleled riding experience. The model features an aluminum alloy twin-spar frame, a swing arm borrowed from the 2016 GSX R1000, disc brakes with Brembo calipers up front, and advanced ABS from Bosch with 3 levels of traction control. The motorcycle is powered by a specially tuned 999cc inline 4 that was sourced from the GSX model released between 2005 and 2008. The engine is paired with a 6-speed gearbox, delivering 148 horses and 80 pound-feet of torque. Other features of the bike include a custom-built instrument cluster, a square LED headlight, and a plush seat positioned 32.5 inches above the ground. Ducati Streetfighter V4. The last superfighter bike from Ducati went out of production in 2015, and it is still remembered as a rather controversial model, having some chassis balance problems in its early iterations, but gradually working its way to gain a large customer following. In 2020, the Bolognese brand is bringing to the market a new Streetfighter model, and now it is a stripped-down version of the highly acclaimed Panigale V4. The recipe of this new Supernaked combines biplane wings, full electronic suite, high handlebar, and 208 horsepower, courtesy of a 1103cc Desmosedici Stradale engine. The motorcycle gets 2 modifications, standard V4 and higher spec V4S, with a dry weight of 397 and 392 pounds respectively. These machines are distinguished by the suspension components and rims. The upper variant replaces Showa fork and Sachs shock with the Öhlins event-based fork and TTX 36 event-based shock, plus gets a set of forged aluminum Marchesini wheels. Finally, the bikes could be enhanced by a Krupovich titanium exhaust to further boost the engine output by 6% to 220 horses and 96 pound-feet. MV Agusta 1000 Serie Oro. Agusta's F4 Reparto Corsa Superbike is one of the rarest collectible items on today's automotive landscape, and in 2020 it was joined by the naked version of itself, labeled 1000 Serie Oro. The limited edition newcomer received the identical transverse four-cylinder from the flagship, which peaks at 208 horses at 13,450 rpm. But if you opt to add the aero exhaust system and the dedicated engine control unit, its output increases to 1,212 horses. All this might allows the BRUTALE to surpass 186 mph speed, while 85 pound-feet of torque ensure that it can do so with phenomenal acceleration. Unfortunately, we have to disappoint you if you're wondering whether any Oros are still on sale. Despite the 43,000 euros price tag, all the 300 units were sold out almost immediately. Triumph Street Triple RS. In 2020, the Street Triple RS offers more balance between its track capability and street performance, getting a bunch of technical updates. Applying the experience gained at the Moto2 racing, the British engineers subtly tweaked the 765cc triple engine, making it Euro 5 compliant, while also increasing its mid-range torque and power by 9%. The company claims that the three-cylinder spins faster than ever and feels more urgent, peaking at 121 horsepower at 11,750 rpm. The bike also gains a revised 6-speed gearbox with a standard bidirectional quick shifter. The chassis of the motorcycle is unchanged, keeping the twin-spar aluminum beam frame, Showa's 41mm upside-down fork, and the fully adjustable Allen suspension. The Street Triple RS also arrives with a more aggressive styling and enhanced detailing, including new daytime running lights, mirrors, a branded handlebar clamp, a fly screen, and more pronounced air intakes. Bear in mind that even more Supernaked bikes are waiting for you down the list. Moreover, you can watch other episodes on our channel by clicking on the links in the description and info cards. Leave a like and let's keep going! BMW F900R. For the new model here, BMW Motorrad is further expanding its middleweight product range by unveiling several new bikes, including the F900R Naked. The latter replaces the popular F800R in the lineup and design-wise resembles another BMW sibling, the latest generation R1200R. The model gets an LED headlight with aggressive graphics, a muscular front and a slim rear section, contributing to a sportier look. The bike also features an upgraded power plant that you might have seen on the F850 GS. With added capacity, the 895cc two-cylinder engine delivers 103 horsepower and 68 pound-feet of torque. As standard equipment, the motorcycle offers 2 riding modes, ABS traction control, and a 6.5-inch TFT dashboard with Bluetooth connectivity and on-screen navigation. Among the available options, the ones actually worth paying attention to is the dynamic package, which adds semi-active electronic rear suspension and the adaptive cornering light. MV Agusta Brutale 1000RR and Rush 1000. For those of you who weren't fast enough to snatch one of the 300 Serie Oro Brutales, Agusta released a production version of the bike 1000RR, which was only slightly down-spec'd in order to decrease the bunker's price tag of the former. The RR loses carbon fiber wheels in favor of the aluminum ones, plus the titanium bolts, GPS tracking hardware, and red wire color scheme are gone as well. This moto keeps the 998cc transverse four-cylinder with 208 horses and 85 pound-feet of torque. The Brembo brakes with Stellema radial 4-piston calipers are on the stoppage duty. The fully adjustable Allen suspension cushions the ride, and the Bosch 9 Plus ABS offers 4 engine maps with 8 levels of traction control. Finally, let's not forget to mention the Rush 1000 version of the Brutale RR, which also arrives in 2020 with the new muscular cafe racer styling. KTM 890 Duke R. One of many all-new bikes of the 2019 Milan Motorcycle Show, the 890 Duke R is a more powerful version of the previous mid-weight 790 model. The KTM engineers tweaked the mill's compression ratio and equipped it with larger valves, which translated into almost 100cc displacement boost. As a result, the punchier 899cc parallel twin now delivers 121 ponies and 73 pound-feet of torque. To accommodate the added power, the 890 Duke R arrives with the upgraded suspension that includes a 43mm fully adjustable WP Apex front fork and a new WP monoshock, while the lightweight cast alloy wheels and dual Brembo Stellama kits are also standard. From the outside, the model retains its aggressive look, underlined by the ultra-sharp bodywork and a plenty of orange accents. In Europe, the bike is scheduled to go on sale by the end of winter 2020, but the US market won't be getting it until fall as a 2021 model. ENERGICA EVA RIBELLE. If you're interested in the development of electric motorcycle industry, the name ENERGICA must sound familiar to you. The Italian company was founded in 2014, putting on the market two EV models, Ego and EVA. This year, they're adding a Streetfighter version of the latter to their range. The new EVA RIBELLE offers impressive range and charge parameters, being powered by a 21 kWh battery and a single electric motor with 145 ponies and 159 pound-feet. While riding in the city, it should be good for 250 miles, while in the combined cycle, you can expect to cover around 140 miles. The Naked also gets standard DC fast charging capability, allowing it to regain 3.7 miles for every 1 minute spent at the station. This translates into 0 to 80% charge time of just 40 minutes. Hypertech. The South African carbon wheel specialist Blackstone Tech, or simply BST, led by Gary Turner, collaborated with the former Ducati designer Pierre Torblanche to create the ultimate hypernaked bike with the maximum use of carbon fiber, which offers a 15 times greater specific stiffness. This material was used to build the monocoque chassis and wheels, contributing to the comparatively lightweight in the class of electric motorcycles of 451 pounds. This two-wheeler is powered by the DHX machine's Hawk 60 electric motor that outputs 107 horsepower, and it can supposedly cover up to 188 miles on a charge. You might not agree that some of these bikes could be called Supernakeds, so make sure to leave your suggestions of the new models that should have been featured instead in the comments below. Check out other lineups of 2020 motorcycles by following the links on the screen. Subscribe to Automotive Territory and leave a like to help us grow. As always, may the torque be with you!